Yo, what's up? This is Splendid Radio on Pharcyde TV. My co-host Jeremy Scipio is out there hitting the stage. You know what I'm saying? He's out there working these days, man. I can't even hate it. You know what I'm saying? I can't even hate it. But I got a very special guest with us tonight. The OG homeboy.
Sir.
Oh man, you've been a blessing, man. I'll say that, man.
I appreciate you, man. Blessings, brother Greg.
You one of the dopest gifts anybody ever gave me. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Gratitude, King. I appreciate you, brother. You know it take one to know one, Greg.
Yeah, nah, man. And you always be right on time. And it's a trip because when I first met you, you know, you were heavy on street marketing and promotion.
Yeah.
And you know, when I first met you, I kind of didn't know, because people that do street promotion, generally they're either on point, full of shit. You know what I'm saying? Either or.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real shit. That's real shit, Greg.
Man, either or. And it kind of, you know, it kind of intrigued me, because not only did you get down with your street promotion, but it was like you would get crews together, like you know, almost like the D game. You would get crews together, and you would get young cats.
Yeah.
And you had them moving all over the country. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And without giving away too much, man, the method was amazing, man. It was amazing. Gratitude. Like, man. Yeah, I don't even want to give it.
You know what? In fact, King Greg, that the whole concept was derived from the D game.
Okay,
we took that concept from, you know, being in the Chicago project lobbies. You know, we took that concept, and I said, man, if we could do this and take penitentiary chances every day like this, bro, we can take this music, we can take this film, we can dress, stay clean. And we can get out here in the world, hit the music festivals, hit the film festivals, and stay until we running out of product, just like we would do in the street.
Man.
Yeah, so it worked wonderfully, Greg.
And you know, what impressed me was when I had met you down in South by Southwest one year.
Austin, Texas. Yeah.
And I saw you. You know, it was you and another one of your one of the the generals. You and one of the generals.
Yeah.
Kind of you weren't pleased with some of the it was with somebody who was out there with you guys. They might have been a younger cat, or they might have been your whatever. But I remember the two of you guys weren't pleased, and you were stressing the fact that, man, this isn't a vacation. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We out here to, you know, to do this. You got like it inspired me to see how on point you guys were. And the thing about it was, dude, you're bringing kids from the Chicago projects like around the country. So and like South by Southwest was kind of it was popping. You know, it was it's difficult for certain people to maneuver in those spaces, because you have bars just everywhere. You have celebrities everywhere.
So many distractions, bro. So many.
Oh man.
All day distractions. And then to stay focused during these distractions, because we out here to get money and move the product.
Yeah.
So you got chicks, celebrities, bars, people trying to buy drinks.
Man.
You know? And so people, you know, it was a lot of elements working against us that we had to really become bigger than to get our purpose filled.
Yeah. So. And you know, Brown would always say, like, I just go extra hard on people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so, you know, at the time, I think I kind of got a kick out of how you guys, not that I was happy you guys were disgusted, but I kind of got a kick, like, man, they really about their business. And But then, you know, me flipping the other side of the coin, man, some people ain't been nowhere. Some people ain't seen nothing. And when they do, they lose their mind, man.
Yes. Whoa.
You know, and that's something that, you know, Brown will remind me. You know what I'm saying? He'll be like, dude, you've been a couple places, you've seen a couple things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so for me to be so opinionated sometimes, but your dudes wasn't working for me, so it was just an observation. I got a kick out of the whole. I'm gonna tell you what I got a kick out of.
Yeah, great.
The fact that you guys ran it like a business. You know what I'm saying? You had the van, everybody flew in, you flew them in, they had the woo woo woo.
Yes.
And then everybody knew how to talk to people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And the thing about it, that like, dude, it was companies in the early 90s doing what you guys were doing.
Yeah.
They was getting like $20,000 a month budgets, man. You know what I'm saying? To do hand-to-hand marketing out there where you're not offensive to people, you can hold a conversation, you're not, you know what I'm saying, not too much.
Right.
Yeah, we need it now, man. Honestly.
We learned that, Greg, not to cut you off. We learned that later. Again, we didn't know about that, like, okay, street teams this is a big business. You know, we went out, like you said, we went out on the strength of our goals. Like, you know, at the time it was CD sales, street sales, still popping. You know, it never was broken. You know what I mean? And it's still not broken today. It's just like, who dare get out here and try to sell to the people? You know, a motherfucker like me, that's who, you know, and it was never broken. And so, you know, when we traveled, we had everything. We didn't give a person a chance to say no. When someone says, man, I don't have CD no more, we say, well, bro, we got the flash drive, bro. You know, I don't have a flash drive. Hey, man, you can stream us, bro. Ain't no way you're not walking away with this shit, man. You know, so we had it all covered. And we had this thing where we were racing and we had bonuses for whoever can turn the no's into yeses. You know, we welcomed the no's. You know, once we got over the no, I'm good. Oh, it was over with. You know, it was over with. Yeah.
Man, I saw it. I saw you in action in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I saw you in action at South by Southwest. Yeah. And then I want to say the Pharcyde did a festival somewhere in the States. And I want to say you can't, I saw you come out somewhere else where it was a big thing, but I know you guys will go to Essence and all that kind, and that was just amazing to me, man.
We saw y'all. We came out and we promoted with you guys in Minnesota. Y'all had the big festival in Minnesota.
Okay,
it was a huge festival over there. We came over there, and
you know what? I want to say that might have been the festival for SCIU. Where they had Homeboy, the guitar player from Rage Against Machine, and I want to say that it was for Barack, man. I want to say it might have even been
their era.
It was like him. It was like leading up to his. He was running. He hadn't been elected yet, but he was running.
He was running,
and SCIU had thrown this big festival. Matter of fact, man, I met my favorite actor, man, Giancarlo Esposito, I think is his name. He's on The Mandalorian right now, but he was Big Brother Almighty. And
that's my man. That's my buddy from Father Harlem.
Yeah, he's a Godfather Harlem. He's in Call Saul. He was in Breaking Bad. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he the man. You met him though, Greg?
Oh yeah. I'll say, man, I'll fan out every once in a while.
Man. He one of them. He one of them guys, man.
Oh nah, man. It's a movie called Fresh.
And that's what I was just thinking of. Yes, I'm listening.
It took him 4 years to make the movie. When the star of the movie, Fresh, when it first started, he was a kid, and then he was almost a teenager.
Yeah,
getting into the end of it.
Right, right.
Nah, but that movie was incredible, man. But
Esposito was dating Shorty's sister in that movie.
Yeah, he was, man. Yeah, he was a creep, man.
Yeah, man.
He was a creep.
Yeah, he one of them guys though, Greg.
Oh man, they out there, man.
Yes, bro. Yes, Greg. I gotta give y'all credit too, man. You and Brown, and man, on y'all on y'all position, man, on what y'all guys are doing still today. Y'all still making big boy moves, man. Y'all still heavies, cats that myself and my street team look up to still today. You guys invited us out, took a chance with us on a lot of promoting, and we appreciate that, man. You guys gave us a good start on the promotion side, man. You guys opened up a lot of opened up a platform for us as well that helped us, Greg.
Nah. Well, you definitely reciprocated, and I'll say, like, man, you always come on time, man.
Yes, yes, brother.
I want to say it was around the holidays.
Yeah,
and man, I was just at the house. I really don't do nothing on the holiday like that or whatever.
Yeah.
And you threw up the bat signal.
Yes.
I came through.
Yes.
And man, that was one of the coolest little house get-togethers I done had in a very long time.
Nice, fam.
Nice. And Homeboy's tequila bar was ridiculous.
Crazy. We still talking about that, Greg. And again, I'm not even a big tequila guy, but that night, that shit he was turning us on to.
Oh man.
Big boy. Bone out, big boy. And I appreciate you for coming out too, Greg. It was last minute. You came out, man, made it happen, man. Your presence was overwhelming, man. Appreciate it.
It was tight. I'll say, man, yeah, that tequila, it was several bottles, 500 to 1,000 and better off up in there, man. I was like, and you know, tequila, not that I'm a tequila snob, but like tequila's kind of my thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when he walked us over there, and not to judge, but I was like, man, this dude, he got a cool crib, you know what I'm saying? Well, it was better than cool. He had a, cool crib, got a couple things. Yeah. I was like, oh man, you know what? He's square, whatever. And he walked us over to that cubby hole, and it was like, man, it was like not 1 bottle, 2 bottle, 3 bottle, like all the good stuff. And
the good stuff.
I was like, dang, me.
You're like,
I don't sip as much as I used to, but I'll keep like 1 or 2 really good bottles.
Yeah.
Then I'll keep like 3 bottles that is like, So you just have to, go full force every time.
Right, Greg.
His bar was great. It didn't have
crazy.
No fluff.
Crazy, Greg.
Crazy
bar. Crazy ass bar. Big boy bar.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? If I wanted to imitate him, it'd probably be about $4,500. Just around 45. I mean, to really have what he had.
Yeah. He had a selection.
And that was just like maybe 5 bottles of tequila.
Wow.
5 or 6 bottles of tequila. He had some cool whiskey and he had some cool Japanese whiskey, but
and tequila joints.
Oh man, that was
he had I don't remember the name of it, but he had a black tequila. Excuse me, a black tequila. Remember, he poured us a shot. It was black.
Yeah,
I was like, damn. He's like, yeah, we can only take a half a shot of this shit. I was like, damn. Yeah, big boy.
He spoke my language, man, when he put us on. Not that I wasn't enjoying myself. I was having a good time, but when he put us over to his private selection, that's when it went from a good time to a great time. You know what I'm saying?
Greg, you had a good time to a great time.
Oh man,
that's good. That's a good song right there.
I'm glad we're doing this interview, man. You recalling things in my mind, man.
Yes, man.
It ain't all about the grind. I've been face off in it, but
yeah, bro.
Hopping off into the interview, man. When was the first time you heard hip hop, and what was the song?
Man. Oh man, shit. My first hip hop, I was a shorty, of course, but I think when I can remember my first song, I think I had to be when I can really start to understand. Let's put it like this. I was listening to hip hop when I was in mama's belly. I was listening to good soul music and good hip hop when I was in mama's stomach. You know what I mean? My mother used to love Rapper's Delight. And, when hip hop first started, my mother used to listen to a lot of that Grandmaster Flash and all that shit when she was pregnant, So I would say, I was listening to it when I was in mom's stomach. I was listening to the beginnings of hip hop. But when I got to an age where, like I can understand it, when I'm rapping and shit, I'll say like 9 or 10. I would say like Run DMC, I'm the king of rock. I can remember vividly, the king of rock, Rapper's Delight, of course, Sugar Hill Gang, where I can learn the lyrics and shit,
that's
Lottie Dottie, we like to party. You know, oh, that was my early hip hop that I can remember. You know what I mean?
Man, you want to hear something crazy?
What?
You know, from a young age, I learned to recognize songs that were great and worthy of appreciation.
Yeah.
But like, I couldn't really understand, like Slick Rick, the show was my thing with Slick Rick.
Okay. Yeah,
but like Lottie Dottie and Children's Story, that's one of those ones where everybody goes crazy. And I'm just kind of like, for some reason I can't really, I can't, but the funny thing about it is I'm also the guy that can't get Eddie Murphy raw, but I love all Eddie Murphy movies. You know what I'm saying? So
right. There it is. Come on. There it is.
maybe I got a level of autism, man, that make me not catch stuff that everybody.
That's funny, Greg.
Nah, you can't even laugh about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm horrible.
Me and my brother we used to sneak and watch Raw. We used to wake up and sneak and watch Raw and shit, turn it down real low. You know what I mean? Listen for moms and shit, you know.
Yeah, make sure she don't come.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, me and my homeboy, when On TV was out, that was like the first, one of the first cables. My parents would have, it would be my parents, and then they knew this other couple that my mom had worked with in the medical field.
Yeah.
And they come into my parents' bedroom, and they had a son, and me and the son would, we'd hang out. We ended up being really good friends for a very long time. And they would watch Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
And my parents lived in a tri-level house.
Okay.
And so me and homeboy would kind of crawl and sneak up the stairs so we could we could get just a little listen. You know what I'm saying? Just a little listen to old Rich.
Yes, bro. Yes. That's that goodness, man. That's that goodness. Man.
Yeah. Nah, so breaking down, what city are you from?
I'm from Chicago, man. West Side Chicago. Chicago, Illinois. West Side is a city within itself.
Oh man. So, it's interesting because my 11th grade, second semester of high school, I met this cat from Chicago.
Yeah.
And he was living with his aunt and uncle who lived in my neighborhood. And so we walked home from school together after this photography class. It was first day photography class. I don't know how we started talking and how we figured out that we lived near each other, whatever. And it was probably about like maybe a 20-minute walk.
Yeah.
So we're walking, and at the time I was into hip hop, and then I liked some punk rock, and he really never met a black dude that was into like
rock.
Yeah. But man, I like punk rock. You know what I'm saying? Like I was one of I was kind of extra on it. But the funny thing about it is I thought he was weird because he listened to house music. You know what I'm saying? And he was just raving about house music, like he was going on and on and on. And at that point, Girl I House You was probably the furthest, that I had heard, or just whatever. And then my homeboy Bert, his brother, turned me on the Inner City, so I knew a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But I still thought he was the strangest dude in the world, man. But I'm gonna tell you the irony of it. I probably listen to 4 to 5 hours of house every day.
Man, I was just about to say, man, ain't it funny how it turned around? It become one of your genres of music. Come on, man. The one you just named, Girl I House You.
Yeah.
Come on, man. These are the songs that help me as well. It changed my life. I grew up on it. So man, I love that. I'm gonna play that after this interview, man. Girl.
Yeah, and I'm blessed because I at my office, man, I'm fortunate enough to hear some pretty dope beats coming through the hallway. I be like, today I was really at work, and I was dealing with a couple things, just bouncing around the warehouse or whatever, and I was in the office part, and I was really there, and I was listening to some stuff that was going on, and I was like, man, I'm really blessed, man. Like I'm able to interact, and I'm able to be around some very talented individuals. Like not just on some music stuff, but just like
Just in general.
Like yourself, like progressive people. You know what I'm saying? You have people who, like, it's crazy. Like we were talking about before we start the interview.
Yeah.
I just can't relate to people that ain't trying to get it popping. You know what I'm saying? It's
a great way to put it.
Yeah, I can't. You know, it's just very difficult for, and it's so funny because, you know, I'll talk to Brown and I'll say like, man, because, and you know, he gets whatever, but I'm like, man, it blows my mind how some people, like, when they attempt to do stuff or just whatever, they can make, I don't know, man. To me, I could see the pathway so easy. And it just amazes me that people go the opposite direction, but they're trying to get where they're trying to, and they really think that they, you know what I'm saying?
Man, that's something how you describing that. It's like watching somebody. It's like watching somebody walk in the wrong direction, trying to get to. They walking east, but they trying to get to the west side over here. But they walking east, and you watching it. You know, watching them walking in the wrong direction. I get what you're saying, Greg.
But the thing is, it perplexes me in one level, and then it amazes me in another.
Yeah.
And then Brown is like, man, I don't know why he's like, I don't know why it's making you feel like this. But I'm like, man, it's he's like, man, it is.
Right.
It is.
He's like, shit, it is what it is. I feel like this shit.
Yeah, he's like, man, it's more simple than that. It don't even deserve the energy. You know what I'm saying?
He said, don't even deserve the energy.
Oh, man. So tell me this, other than hip hop, what's your other favorite genre of music?
Other than hip hop, man, my other favorite is Afro beats.
Okay.
I love Afro house beats. I listen to both. I listen to a shitload of bossa nova.
Okay.
And I love jazz. I love jazz. You know, in reality, hip hop is like my 5th to 6th favorite genre of music. You know? Yeah. So to be honest, I love dance hall and reggae, and you know, I listen to weird shit. You know, my daughter be like, "Daddy, what are you doing?" I was like, "Yes, babe. This is called Girl from Empanada. Yeah, okay. This is a little bossa nova." You know, so yeah, I think I have a wide scale of music interests.
Tell me this: have you ever been to the house picnic in Chicago?
Man, yes, Greg.
That's on my bucket list, man. That's on my bucket list,
bro. When you do it one year, bro, I'm gonna make myself available, bro. I got to do that with you, bro.
Social media and my age then got me scared, though, man. I'm like, man, Chicago, man.
It's wild, man. But I'm gonna tell you a difference, though, bro. Again, a big part of who you with plays a big part still. You know, like, you know, we will do a house event because we won't be where the general public at. You come, me, we'll be where we can really enjoy ourselves at, because it is definitely an event that you have to go to in your lifetime, bro. People from all over the world, bro, to come to the house event for the weekend. It's crazy.
I've heard. Yeah. I've heard, man.
You're gonna get there, man. I'm gonna get you, man. I'm gonna fuck around, surprise you, man, kidnap you, man, bring you up there.
Hey man, I'll be all with it, man.
Yes.
So other than rapping, is there another element of hip hop that you gravitate towards?
I love the actual the creating, the production, the creation of the production. I love watching a beat come together piece by piece, like the main ingredients of a delicious soul food dinner, how it comes together in the end, and it just tastes wonderful. I love how beats come together like that in the end. So I would say the beat production of it,
man,
big on it.
I've witnessed that so many times, man. Yeah. And I've just learned that when you're not listening to finished music, you just, but it's even when I've seen producers like chop beats up and stuff like that. Yeah. It, like, I can't hear where they're going with it, but then I'll hear the final thing and I'll be like, dang, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that boy's being there like in the kitchen, man. I cook. You a cook too, Greg.
Yes, sir.
So just like we in the kitchen, cutting up them onions and that garlic and that parsley, getting all these, each one of them dishes is a recipe. Each one of them tracks is a recipe, and it comes together in the end, man. And then I love it when it tastes so good in the end. I'm a fan of it.
All right, real quick, man. I'm gonna give a shout out to chat room, man. We got PRBY Sheena. You know what I'm saying? We got in the chat room. We got Esoteric Alchemistic,
Nice.
Santino.
Okay.
And, nah, man. I thank y'all for rocking with us, man.
Man. Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, they in there, man. They showing us some support, so that's all good.
That's what's happening, y'all.
So now this is a good one. The last probably month, I've been really surprised at the answers to this question. Yeah. But a lot of the guests have been a lot younger. Yeah. What's your favorite hip hop movie?
Oh man, that's easy for me. You know, Beat Street is my all-time favorite. You know, if you like the way I'm rocking the microphone, let me everybody say remote. Yeah, that's my shit, man. Those early hip hop. Again, I'm an early hip hop head, man. Those films were making us believers in music that the mainstream world fought so hard against over 50 years ago. But it was these little nuggets that was being dropped. People don't know, man, the budget for the movie Beat Street, the budget was $12,000 that the brother made Beat Street with. It changed the world. He ended up grossing like $8 to $9 million from Beat Street. You know, me being into film now, and I'm doing something like a musical project, and I studied Beat Street. And I went back, studied Beat Street. I studied breaking 1, breaking 2, and I went back and learned what motivated them to do this. And you know, I learned the budgets that they pay. But to answer your question, Brother Greg, Beat Street, that's my one.
Okay. Yeah. Nah, that's a good one, man. That's a good one. Oh man, I can say that, man. I've seen it more than 40 times for sure.
Yes, brother. You and I both. Yes.
But you know, part of it was one of the cats I went to high school with was Radon Chong's cousin. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Gilbert. Shout out to old school Gilbert. You know what I'm saying? Gilbert. Old school Gilbert.
That's goodness, Greg. That's goodness, bro.
Yeah. So that was a homeboy. So when did you realize you had an affinity for being a people person?
Man, I would say, man, when I was a sophomore in high school, Greg, when I was a sophomore in high school, I went to Crane. Shout out to Crane High School, West Side Chicago. But when I was a sophomore, I joined a dance group by the name of Awesome Force, the Awesome Force Posse. You know, we would imitate New Edition. You know, in fact, on the West Side, we was New Edition. You couldn't touch the real New Edition. You had us. you had Awesome Force Posse. You know, so you know these was some friends of mine. And when a position became available, you know, I took it and I joined these guys, and I learned a lot being with these guys and dancing and with these guys, and you know, going around high school to high school performing. It was my early introduction into entertainment, and I learned that I had this thing with people that I didn't know that I had. Or maybe I was afraid to even be a people's person. I felt like I didn't have a reason to. Still trying to find myself in high school. But as a sophomore, when I joined this group, I learned that, okay, I can deal with the people, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nah, that's dope. So your middle school soundtrack.
Oh shit!
What was on rewind? What were you bumping? What was in the Walkman or the?
Nigga, that's easy, nigga. Nigga, my soundtrack was The Formula by DOC. I had two. It was The Formula by DOC on repeat and Smooth Operator by Big Daddy Kane. You weren't hearing. I had a green drop top Z24 at the time. You weren't hearing shit come out of that car but those two songs on repeat.
Wow. Man, that sounds like a wonderful time, man.
Yeah, man, good times, man.
That sounds like a wonderful time. Not good
Yes,
times.
man.
That's a
Yes,
wonderful
yes,
time.
yes, 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 man.
I was lucky to hop in one of my homeboys' bugs in the backseat part, or in another one of the homeboys. His brother had a square back Volkswagen. Yeah, it wasn't nothing really super duper fly. Or if you was really lucky, you could squeeze into the back seat of one of the homies Suzuki Samurai. You know what I'm saying? If you're really lucky, man. You know
That's
what I'm
good.
saying?
He said, "You're really lucky." Shit.
Yeah, that's what was going on back then.
Yes, man.
So, what job is giving you the best life experience?
Hold on a second, bro. The job that's given me thus far, that's given me the best life experience, I can say, I have to say, street promotions, marketing and promotions, dealing with the public. You know, when you've dealt with the public on the scale that I have for like 9 years straight run, promoting music festivals every year. You know, people don't know, man, but shit, man, I damn near went platinum out the trunk.
I believe you.
Yeah, I went platinum out the trunk. I tell cats, bro, I got the receipts. I got, you know, when I first left Chicago, bro, if I didn't sell music and I didn't deal with people, I would have had to move back to Chicago. I had to get out here and make this shit happen. I ain't have a choice. You know, I had to make this shit work. Wasn't no, yeah, we ain't have a good night tonight. No, nigga, we gonna make every night a good night. We ain't got a choice. You know, so I would say street promoting, marketing, music and entertainment marketing has given me the best lessons and experiences with dealing with people and dealing with brands and developing this silverback gorilla attitude towards really grinding it out and marketing it out and figuring it out how we can monetize off whatever it is we're promoting. You know, I would have to say promoting and marketing throughout the world has been that for me.
Nah, I've seen it in action, man. It's so funny because I could say you was one of the last dudes selling CDs, man. Like really, like really, you probably held the industry up. You were the one resource keeping a little heartbeat, that faint little heartbeat that the industry had, keeping them alive. It would amaze me. I was, you know, I'd see you get them and everything, and I'd be like, yeah, you still getting CD in it. But then the thing about it was, it's like, well, dude, if you weren't selling them, you wouldn't be getting them. You know what I'm saying?
See, I knew something that a lot of people didn't. And what that was is the industry told everyone to stop buying and playing CDs. And Lena, let's start streaming. Let's try streaming. You know, the CD game was never broken. And you know, when they would say things like, yeah, the money, you know, is declining, the CD game is declining. What they wasn't telling us is it's declining from 700 million a year to 400 million a year. You know, from 400 million a year to 250 million a year. You know, and what I know that a lot of people don't know is the largest age group that buys music is our age group, 35 and up. You know, we still believe in CDs. We that genre that we want to listen to the music and read about the artist on the back of the cover. You know, we want to learn about them. You know, this
liner notes.
Yes, yes. We want to see who wrote this. Who we looking at the pictures, and so this still today, that genre is the biggest music buying genre still today. A lot of the youth today, they you know, they go to iTunes or Spotify, they pick your album apart. You know, they don't just get the whole album. They like, okay, I'm gonna get number 2. Oh, I like number 3. Let's get that one. You know, but our genre, 35 and up, we want the whole spiel. We cut from that era. We want to see what your whole project about. You know, and it still exists. And a lot of these people still play CDs. Millions of these people. You know, so my thing was this: it's best to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. put them CDs in the bag, Joe. Let's go. Yeah.
Hey, man. If you ever need somebody to give testimony, man, I seen it happen, man. I seen it when people be like after 2018.
Yes,
like,
yes.
Yeah, no, I seen it happen after 2018.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
watched
yeah.
it, you know.
Yeah, yeah, it's for real. It's for real, man. It's for real.
It wasn't told to me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro. Exactly, Greg. So yeah, so that's that thing there, brother Greg.
Yep. Nice. So your senior year of high school.
Yeah.
In Chicago.
Yeah.
And real quick, man, let me tell you, I got family in Chicago because you know my family's from Mississippi, but then it was like some went to Chicago, some went to California. That was just kind of the thing, the path, the passage of my clan.
Yes, it is.
So I went to Chicago when I was 13 years old. And I remember walking down the street and there was some type of political something going on, and there was a bunch of people walking out in the streets and all that kind of stuff, whatever. And I was on a sidewalk. And so I was with my cousin, and there was some guys walking towards us. Yeah. And you know, man, I'm from Harbor City, California, man. I've seen some idiots, but I ain't seen nobody with real heart, you know what I'm saying? Like that or whatever. So we're walking, and I'm kind of looking at the body language and whatnot. And they were young, like we were young, like they were probably from 13 to 17. And the guy who was walking the opposite direction from me, I could see him moving, so he leaned in like he was gonna bump shoulders with me. Yeah. But I was smart enough that as he tried to bump my shoulder, as he leaned, I leaned. Yeah. And he almost fell over and tripped over himself trying to hit my shoulder.
You like, buddy.
No, that wasn't happening.
Not me. You like, not me today, bro.
Hey, man. Yeah, I was born, but I wasn't born last night, man.
Exactly. You know, as soon as he hit that shoulder, he gonna turn and say, "Damn, fam, what's good?"
Oh man, it was all gonna start. And the funny thing, that experience kind of taught me as I got older. Yeah. I would see people go through it. Like I saw, it was this one situation where me and some of my partners had went to this. It was kind of like an underground club, maybe around like 91, 92. Okay. And so one of the dudes who was with us was talking to these guys who kind of looked down on us a little bit, but we were more successful, I guess, or our company was more successful than theirs. Yeah. And so they started they started kind of complimenting this dude. And he wasn't smart enough like me. I just kept walking. I was like, because they weren't complimenting me, but I heard them doing it to him because he was kind of popular, famous, whatever at the time. And I remember saying, and you know what? I'm gonna tell Brown. I'm gonna be like, man, I've always been this way. Because when homeboy stopped and was talking to him, and I kept on walking, and I was like, why is he talking to them? You know what I'm saying? It was blowing my mind. I'm like, dude, can't he see? So next thing you know, somebody bombed on him, then a couple people bombed on him or whatever.
There you go.
But by the time that happened, I was already across.
Yeah, you already peeped game.
Oh, man. Yeah. And the thing, he wasn't even faded though, but my spidey senses was just like, oh man, dude, these dudes are jealous, man. They just, you know, we knew them. It wasn't like some people we didn't know, but they just wanted a level of props or something weird. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I kept on walking, but to say that, it's crazy, man, how some people like, they get a kick out of just trying to start some fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I
MO. A lot of people, that's their MO.
But you know what? I've done my best to stay away, man.
Yeah, that's the key right there, bro. Great, man. You saying it, bro? Because you look at it like, growing up in these Black communities, man, we look at it like you know, we deal with a level of machoism. You know, we deal with a level of machoism, and a lot of shit we can avoid. The machoism don't let us avoid it. You know, we tell ourselves, man, this motherfucker think I'm a pussy or something, man, and we'll address it. Shit go sour, it go whatever. You know, growing up in these ghettos, we have that, and to break that, Greg, like what you're saying, to get older and to break that machoism, to break a part of that, it's some shit. It ain't easy, but when you do, oh, it's a great thing. It's a great thing, man. To be able to rise above them emotions, like, dude, go on with that shit, man. You know, such a thing. It's so great.
Yeah, I can I definitely can agree with that, man.
Yes.
I definitely can agree with that.
Yes.
So we gonna get into a popular topic right now, man.
All right.
So we talked a couple weeks ago, if not a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And you were sharing some things with me about So Blessed.
Yeah.
And you were excited.
Yeah.
So Blessed, you wrote the film.
Yeah.
Your first time writing the film?
Yep. My first film that I produced, like my first full production. So,
okay.
Yeah. So I've been writing for some time now. I got a couple nice scripts, but this is the first one that we went all the way with.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. So how did it come about?
The So Blessed film, well, actually the song, we recorded the song a few years ago, So Blessed. My family have a church in Chicago, the Phillips Hopewell Missionary Baptist Church. You know, my granddad a minister, my dad, they all ministers. We have church. My grandma, my grandmother. My grandmother said a few years ago, she says, Jermaine, why you never perform at the church? You know? And so I'm like, shit, you know, and right there, I was like, I don't have no material to perform at the church. Yeah, I had y'all running about this church and shit, I'm gonna come in. So, you know, with that being said, man, I said, I'm gonna write something. I'm gonna write a song specifically so I could perform at the church for my grandmother. So my grandmother inspired, she was the first beginning inspiration to the song So Blessed.
Okay.
The second inspiration for the song came when my younger brother passed, rest in peace. But after the funeral, a lot of our friends and everybody was, even myself, we was down, spirited. Everything was low spirited. And at that time, I had a lot of good things going on. Me, my wife, we were in a good place, but that came like, it was an anchor, like pow. So I needed something. I'm like, we need something to up the spirits, you know, myself, my friends, and it helped So Blessed. So Blessed came, that also helped So Blessed. That's how we came up with the song. When I wrote the movie, I wanted to do something, Greg, opposite of, it was easy to make a video about blessings, fun and happy, you know, and, you know, blessings, you know, I wanted to do something that that had the same impact, but that was the opposite of it, but still gave the same blessing impact. That makes sense. That's how I came up with the actual film of it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And you know, you've been doing music for quite some time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about it is you know, you got some songs tucked up in your thing, man. And I know the legalities and the ins and outs and all that. But you've done some songs with some people, man. Some people that they might not like him, but they love him. We'll just say that. R&B cat, they might not like him, but they love him. That's a fact.
That's a fact. Yes, indeed. Yes, Greg. We did some good joints, man. Yeah, we got some nice shit going, man. And we're gonna get around to it. You know, that's still my man, old boy. Still my boy. You know,
man. You know, hey, man, I feel you. I feel you.
Yes,
so, part of the podcast, you know, my co-host, he's a comedian, so we get into that a little bit. Who's your favorite comedian?
Oh man, hands down, man. My man Corey Holcomb, man. Yeah, hey, Kodog, man, come on, man. He's number one in my book. Fuck you, man. Yeah, Kodog is that
guy. And you know, the funny thing was, I'm not gonna say I didn't believe you, but what I'll say is I didn't know. But like y'all real tight, you know what I'm saying? Like I did not even, but like I said, people I deal with are on a level. You know what I'm saying? Just like any, I don't know if it's synergy or just whatever, but like I try to stay somewhat in some type of a mix, and then it's people that I occupy my time and space with.
Great.
Always equal to or greater than. You know.
Yes, Greg. Yes.
Equal to or greater than. You know what I'm saying?
That's my man. That's my A1 day one, man. It's funny, man. Funny story. One of my generals, one of my high-ranking generals, my street team, my man Say So, who you know him.
Yeah.
That's my ride or die. He'll meet me in any city, you know. But that's Corey Holcomb's younger brother, and I met Corey Holcomb first. I didn't know Say So was his brother. How they came together was insane. You know, in Chicago about 15 years ago, I was performing at a reggae club North Chicago. After the performance, I went to the restroom, and this young guy came in. He's like, "Dude, you dope, man. I fuck with you. You know, I'm a young rapper on the come up, man. I like to blend with you and do some work with you." I'm like, "That's what's up, man. What's your name?" "My name's Say So." I was like, "That's what's up, bro." You know, he said, "My brother's a comedian, though. His name Corey Holcomb." I said, "Corey Holcomb?" I say, you know, at this time, I've been knowing Corey for like 3 years.
Okay.
Corey done got tight. We going to each other's project, hanging out and everything. At this point, I said, "Nigga, Corey Holcomb, your brother?" He said, "That's my older brother, my real brother." I said, "I'm gonna do you like this here." I wrote my number down. I said, "Man, call your brother and tell him you met J Rockwell from the West Side, and we'll go from there." You know what I'm saying? Man, that dude called me back later that night. He said, "Man, Jay, Corey Holcomb told me you my brother. You my real brother." He been my man ever since, man. Yeah.
When you brought him, it was funny because when you brought him to the show, I want to say So had a beard, but at the time Corey Holcomb didn't have a beard. And I was looking at him, and I think you told me it was his brother, but I wasn't trying to. And then I started looking at him, and I'm like, "Dang, I'm like Corey with a beard."
Exactly. Yeah, I met him. Y'all did a show in Long Beach. I first brought him out to Long Beach. Y'all did a show in Long Beach out there about Corey. I mean, about Say So out there. But yeah, man, that's a wild story. But my favorite comedian is Corey Holcomb, man. I loved him, man, when I first met him, man. He was doing that old high school cafeteria comedy, the shit that nobody would talk about back then.
Yeah.
We fell in love with his ass.
Nah, that's tight. That's tight. You know, I started, you know, I always get stuff late. I'll tell you who I've been listening to a little bit right now. And he's in the same vein as Corey a little bit, but it's gonna sound crazy when I say this. He's a little rawer than Corey, man.
Whoa.
Patrice O'Neal, man.
There it is. I fuck with him. Say no more. I gotta get to him too.
We lost a good one, man. We lost a great. He was the forerunner to a lot, man, as far as comedians really, you know, speaking their mind. You know,
you were saying that he was, that one of them guys, bro. Yep. One of them nonsense, one of them keep it a buck type of guys. Yep.
But
that was it. Damn. Wow.
So on to some commentary, some I mean, it's a little bit behind us, but everybody got all stirred up because Trump was supposed to get arrested. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's waiting. They're like, it's gonna happen, it's gonna go down. They got everybody watching the TVs, watching YouTube, you know, and you know, it was something that just told me they'll never let that man get photographed in handcuffs. He's not going to get arrested. He may show up at a courthouse and he may be there with his legal team or whatever, and he may sit down and entertain somebody for a second. Right. But as far as you seeing a mug shot, you seeing somebody in handcuffs, man,
gonna happen.
Stop it.
Nah, ain't gonna happen, man. The man, nah, ain't gonna happen. I don't think so either, Greg. The man got so much use, and I think the people want to see him get locked up just for that purpose.
Yeah.
Just so they can say, yeah, they got his ass.
The walk of shame. Yeah. Nah, he's not gonna have the walk of shame. He may disappear off into the sunset or be silenced or whatever, but he's not. You're not gonna. He's not gonna have the walk of shame.
His ego is too gigantic for him to be seen like that. He'll put it like this: Trump is the type of guy. He'll do some crazy shit for you before he let you catch him with cuffs on.
Dude, let me tell you this. He tell on everybody. He tell on everybody. Whatever you think that you're not gonna hear, and wherever the secrets are buried and all that kind of stuff, he's one of those dudes.
Yes.
He tell on everybody.
And with that being said, that's what's gonna keep them handcuffs off of him.
Oh man, that's what's kept them off of him.
That's what's kept them off of him.
They'll give you a little dog and pony, a little dog and pony show.
Yes, that's all it is. And the people want them to get locked up just so they can feel, yes, they did it. Yeah. It's just so they can say, okay, locked up,
Yeah. Well, I can say this, man. I probably would be willing to bet some house notes and car notes for a year or two, man, that you're not gonna see old Donnie with his wig off and handcuffs.
Not at all.
Looking disheveled, what
I'm saying? Hell no. No. He got too much money, ego, pride, and he not going. You know how people say, I ain't going? That's Trump. He like, I ain't going. Not period.
That's a fact.
He'll do some old outlandish ass shit before y'all. Yeah, he gonna say, I'm gonna give y'all a reason to have me in these cuffs.
Yeah, hey man, I feel you. Yes. So this is one that my co-host and we go back and forth on. I go left a lot of the time.
Okay.
But I'm gonna ask you, Marvel or DC?
Oh shit, man. Marvel, man.
Oh man, I'm DC.
My brother DC to death.
Okay.
My brother DC to death, man. So I'll say Marvel, man.
All right. Your favorite superhero?
Incredible Hulk, easily.
Okay.
Only because he's a regular man and he's praying and begging motherfuckers to leave him alone so he don't fuck them up. You know what I'm saying? And they always go too far. He's a regular man trying to live his life, go have a beer and walk around and be normal. But motherfuckers is fucking with him, study fucking with him. And what I love about the Hulk is he'll let you know 3 or 4 times.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, bro, I see where it's going. Don't make me mad, bro.
Yeah.
You're not gonna like me when I'm mad, man. Stop, please.
Yeah.
There it is. And motherfucker take his kindness for weakness. And there it is. This motherfucker get the tearing up out his clothes, ripping up out his boots, Timberland boots. You know what I'm saying? tearing up out his Gucci clothes. And he green, whooping ass now. So the Incredible Hulk, my man.
All right. So next, your most iconic moment.
Oh, damn, I got a lot of those. I would say one of my most iconic moments was when I lived in Chicago in Rockwell projects. We had a racist cop that used to come through. He was extorting all the mobs and he was just an asshole. He would put cases on people and everybody was afraid of him. His name was Sergeant Scalata. And when he come around, everybody be scrambling, running. He was this asshole guy. So one particular time he came to the neighborhood and he was just having a bad day, being an asshole. And he came into the building with like maybe 10, 15 police officers and he just started slapping motherfuckers, man. He just started punching motherfuckers and like, you get out the lobby, for whatever reason, he had a bad day. But this particular day, I wasn't having it. for whatever reason, you know, me and my crew was there. Me and my brother, I had a crew called, we was called the Outfit, Well Connected. But this particular day, I didn't like it, man, because he hit this old man. We had a guy that sold candy in the building. His name was Mr. Bill. And Mr. Bill came out and was like, you know, hey, man, why are you doing these kids like this? He hit Mr. Bill in the stomach. Mr. Bill was an older guy. When he hit Mr. Bill in the stomach, I don't know what came over me, man, but I kind of lost it, you know, and we started snapping and going back and forth with Sergeant Scalata, and he kind of swung on one of us, man. I don't know where this strength came from, Greg. I know it had to be an angel or something. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I still say this to this day. But Sergeant Scalata swung on one of us. I think he body slammed one of my little guys or something to some nature. But man, Greg, I punched this officer, Greg. I hit him hard, man. He fell. I know it was something bigger than me, you know, because he was a fat, older hillbilly. I hit him. He fell, Greg, you know, and when he fell, a riot kicked off. It was like the residents of this project against the police, and I went to jail for that and caught a case on it. But that was like one of my most iconic moments, because when I went to court 2 weeks later, they had beat me up real bad afterwards. Mm-hmm. They had really beat me up real bad afterwards, you know, and they fucked me up real bad. And they wouldn't let no one see me. Me and my little brother. Me and my brother fought them. They fucked us up real bad. But 2 weeks later, when we went to court, Greg, they finally brought us out to court. When we came out in the courtroom, man, the entire West Side was out there, Greg. Everybody somebody was out there, bro. It was incredible. It was incredible. But that was one of my most iconic moments. One of the officers came in the back and he's like, dude, who are y'all? I was like, what do you mean? He says, bro, it's about 200 motherfuckers out there waiting on y'all, waiting to see y'all. And I was like, damn, you know, but when we got out there, you know, I adopted the name J. Rockwell after that day. They gave me the name of my neighborhood that day.
They donned you Rockwell.
They donned me, man, J. Rockwell, man, that day, man. But yeah, but that was it, Greg.
Nah. Yeah. That's crazy, man. We done had some brews. We done had some great food. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Like, man, we ain't never had that one though. That was a good one.
Man, crazy, man. Crazy. Yep. But a lot of that, man, a lot of our status even today, now that we've over into music and film, a lot of it is still carrying over, you know, at home. You know, a lot of that status, you know, from then still carries over. Mm-hmm. So, good thing, great thing.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope. So on to something trivial.
Yeah.
Chris Rock and Marlon Wayans.
Oh, wait.
So did you see the Chris Rock Netflix one?
Yes.
And did you see Marlon Wayans one?
I didn't see the Marlon Wayans. I've been hearing about it.
Man. Well, I ain't gonna go. But well, this is what I will say. Basically, Marlon Wayans went and did a special. I don't know the chronological order, but it was almost basically he did a special on the Will Smith slap too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was after Chris Rock's special though.
Okay.
But oh man, and Marlon Wayans, boy, I mean,
man.
Oh man, that fam, the Wayans family, man.
Yes. They
are man, I don't want to say holy grail of comedy, but it's a very special family, man. You know, most of the Wayans that I've seen are very talented.
Yes. Yeah, that's one of them families, like the Jacksons, man. That's one of them top families where everybody is talented as fuck. They just recently lost their dad or something, right? I think
they did. Yeah.
You know, condolences.
So
yes. Mm-hmm. My good friend, he's hosting. His name's Don Ski. He's one of the #1 party promoters in Chicago. This Thursday, Marlon Wayans he's hosting his party.
Okay.
Chicago. Yeah, he's doing a big stand-up show there. He's hosting Don Ski's party. Shout out to them. But yeah, I'm gonna check that special out tonight though.
Oh man, definitely worth it, man.
Yes, but I loved Chris Rock. I didn't see Damon's, but I didn't see Marlon's, but I saw Chris Rock. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I thought it was dope as fuck, and I thought it was a good comeback for him, man.
I won't say that David Chappelle wrote it or gave him notes on it, but there was an eloquence to the way that he. So one thing that I saw Chris Rock do that David Chappelle is like the master of, is saying things that should be so offensive and so way out, but they articulated in a way that by the time you understand how offensive or way out it is, you know, man, you done passed up the exit, you know, about 4 or 5 exits down the freeway.
Exactly. Yes, bro, that's good. That's good strategy, Joe. Good comedy strategy.
Yeah.
Great in fact, Greg.
Your ultimate goal.
Whoa, man. My ultimate goal, man, is simple, man. It's to be happy. I don't want to be right. I don't want to be wrong. I want to be happy. So in all my endeavors, I won't say, you know, I want to be rich and filthy rich and money. You know, I'm under another understanding. I'm already rich. There's other currencies, you know, that I'm wealthy right now, you know, in a lot of other currencies. And I would say my ultimate goal is to be happy in life. And that's it. I want to be happy.
Okay. That's a good one. Dead or alive. If you could curate your dream verses, like the Swiss Beats and Timberland verses, who would you want to see versus who?
Whoa, wee. Damn, that's good, man. I would definitely love to see I would love to see Ye and Jay go at it, man. I'd like to see Ye and Jay go at it, man. You know, that's me. I got a lot of other versus battles, but I'd like to see Jay and Ye get down how they live, man.
You want me to tell you why that would never happen?
Why?
Jay-Z would never put himself in a position to even risk. It's like Floyd Mayweather, man. He don't have to fight no more, dude. He just does exhibitions, man. He's not gonna, you know. And you know the crazy thing about it, he said something, and it didn't really ring to me until about 2 weeks ago. He said, "Man, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to be walking around, you know, barely pronouncing words, and you know, I have problems with my motor skills, and you know, all this, that, and other." And I was looking at like I want to say it was probably Buster Douglas. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, I looked at Sugar Shane Mosley. I want to say it was over the weekend or maybe Monday. And he's got some issues like speaking and stuff like that. And I was like,
really?
Yeah. And I was like, man, it's crazy because, you know, we would always say, man, Floyd's not Tyson. Floyd's not Tyson. Like, man, Mike Tyson, he kind of turned us out, man. You got to see a real pit bull.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Get let off, get stirred up, get the pit bull get stirred up. Somebody dangling a little rabbit in front of his face or whatever. Then they take the collar. And it's on.
We witnessed Mike in our day. Like crazy.
Man.
Yeah, so I hear that. I hear that.
Yeah, interesting. You know the crazy thing? I haven't seen anything like it.
Yep.
I've seen some good fights. I've seen some decent fighters, but just that dog,
that bulldog, that feed the bull, the pit bull gunpowder. We ain't seen that no more. It's Mike the only one.
Yeah.
I ain't seen it either, Greg.
That's a fact.
Maybe another one will come in time, but right now, Mike holding the title on that pit bull shit.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So the next question I'm gonna give you, it was inspired by someone that got a social media account taken away from them for a period of time with kind of some immaculate game though. The whole thing, it wasn't just some mediocre, you know, third grade two-stepping. It was sophisticated. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So I came up with this part of the podcast called the Monkey Hustle Chronicles. Okay. So basically, the Monkey Hustle Chronicles is either the biggest hustle that got hustled on you, or the biggest hustle that one of your partners got hustled, or the biggest hustle that you got hustled, but you're gonna put it on one of your partners and say that it was one of your partners.
Oh shit. I think I got hustled. It was a long time ago, but it's in the books. It goes in the books. My friends, they love to, like, nigga, if you don't tell us the story when niggas got you, you know. So I was definitely younger. One of the biggest hustles I got robbed without a gun. Niggas did it so eloquently, like off my young, dumb foolishness, you know. I was shopping in Chicago after a summer job, and a guy ran up to me. He had an accent, Greg, and he's like, "Pardon me, I just found a wallet. It has a lot of money in it, and I don't live here, and I don't know what to do with it." So he got the wallet. I'm looking at it. I'm young. I'm looking at the wallet. I'm like, "Oh shit!" Right? I got nothing but a couple more bucks in my pocket. So while I'm talking to him, another guy runs up. He said, "Hey, homie, I saw you pick up a wallet. Yo, what you got in there?" Right? And he's like, "Man, look, I got a wallet full of money." So now here comes Jay. I'm like, "Homie, hold on, back up, bro. I got he with me. I got him, yo. Go on ahead. Go on about your business." You know, at the time, I didn't know they was together. Yeah, at the time, I didn't know they was together. You know, I'm like, "Homie, go on back up, bro. He with me." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Fam, come, let's go in this restaurant. Let's talk about this." Right? So, yeah. So I put all my bags down and shit. I'm like, "Where you from?" He gave me some script. "I'm from out of the country. I'm trying to get this wallet from him," basically. You know, I'm like, "Bro, give me the wallet, man." He's like, "Someone told me to put it in the mailbox." No, that's the last thing we're gonna do. Right? I'm like, "Bro, you know, give me the wallet." You know, while I'm trying to finesse him, a lady walks in. They had a big ass production, bro. A lady walks in. She's like, "Honey, I saw you pick up a wallet." He's like, "Yes, it was full of money." And ooh. She says, "I work down the street at the shoe shop." She says, "My boss," she says, "there's a lot of," he says, "it's a lot of checks in here too." She says, my boss will cash these checks for you and give you some stuff, and he'll make sure you straight and blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "Hold on, man, you can't take him nowhere." I'm talking to him, you know, woo. She's like, "No, baby, I ain't taking nothing from you. You know, he gonna come back. We're gonna make sure you get straight too. Blah, blah, blah. And he'll be right back." Pow, long story short, bro, they walk down to the store. I'm waiting in the restaurant. I'm thirsty. They come back, Brother Greg. They like, bro, the checks that was in the wallet, they worth a lot of money. You know, the boss wants you to come down to the shop, you know, and sign some papers and say that, you know, you're not gonna say nothing, or that you'll leave this alone. They want to pay you off, get you out the way. I'm like, straight up, you know. I say, yeah. You know, the lady come in, the lady got money. She's like, "Oh, he paid me out to get out the way." I'm like, "I'm on my way. Where's the shoe shop?" She's like, "Clarence Shoes, right here." I said, "I'm on my way." He was like, "Wait a minute, how we know you're gonna come back?" I said, "I'll be right back, bro. I ain't going nowhere." "Man, you gotta leave your bags or something, man. You gotta leave something here. Let us know that you're coming back." I said, man, look, bro, I'll be back, bro. Here go my bags, bro. I had some shoes and some clothes. I'm like, "Here, bro, take all that, bro. Here you go." They was like, "Man, this ain't enough." I used to wear these little skinny silver chains.
Wait a minute. The bags and the stuff you're getting is the stuff that you just bought with the money.
Yeah, that's the shit I just brought with my money. Greg, the shit that I left was the shit that I bought. So I say, "Man, here, bro." You know, he's like, "Man, let me get the chains. Give me the chains. It's a lot of money, bro." I'm like, you know, full food they got Fugazi my ass. Anyway, gave him everything. Goes down here to the shoe store. The shoe store closed. Somebody in there sweeping this shit. I'm knocking on the door. I'm like, "Bro, I'm here to see the owner." He started doing me like this. I'm like, no, bro. I'm here to get, to see. Then it hit me. I had, like on the cartoons when you had a lollipop head and shit. Oh, I had the lollipop head. I'm like, wait a motherfucking minute. Oh no. Now, Greg, I'm running back down to the store. I get down to the restaurant. That bitch was empty. I said, no. Yeah, but that's when I got hustled. That was a good one.
You felt it in your stomach, didn't you?
I felt it in my stomach before I got to the restaurant. I'm like, no. I don't know why everybody in a crisis you call for mama and shit. I'm running down and I'm like, oh, mama, no.
It happened to me. It happened.
It happens, man. It happened to you, bro.
Nah, not that, but I've had things in life happen where I just have to tell myself, man,
yes,
I know you want to feel however you want to feel.
Yeah,
don't deny it. It did happen. It just matter of factly it happened. We just gonna have to work it from here. but it did happen. Yes, it did.
Hey, Greg, I remember my stepdad. My stepdad's a pimp. He a well-known hustler in the street. He wasn't for no bullshit. I had a real popular stepdad. After they got me at the house, after they got my bags and shit, I went home and lied and shit. I went home, I bust into the house. We stayed in the projects. I bust in. My stepdad was there with all his buddies. They probably was bagging up or some shit. I stormed in, slammed the door in the back room, forcing him to come back there. Jay, what the fuck is going on? I said, man, them niggas stuck me up, man. He said, who stuck you up? I say, man, I don't know them niggas, man. It's about 3 of them. They had pistols and everything. I made up a full story. I think I was about 15. I said, man, them niggas pulled out bang on me and everything, Pops. He done got his guys. We all done hopped in the car, drove back down to where the shopping mall at. I'm literally in the car acting like I'm looking for somebody, and I know these motherfuckers long gone. I'm telling I rode it all the way out. I'm like, hold on, slow down, Pops. I think that's them. Okay, no, that's not them. Let's go, keep going. Bro, that shit was so funny. I get a good laugh out of that story right now.
Oh man, that's one of your screenplays right there,
man. Bro, I'm gonna have to write that, man. Okay. I'm gonna have to write that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like
that's that's a good one. So what's the best advice anybody's ever given you?
Oh man. Hands down, man. I had 2. Hands down, my 2 best pieces of advice that someone gave me was, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Mm-hmm. And my second one was from my dad. He always tell me, Jermaine, slow down and give time. Mm-hmm. Those 2 pieces. All
right. No, that's dope.
Yeah.
What would your biopic be called?
Oh, shit. My biopic would be called it would be called 15 minutes of failure of J. Rockwell. The 15 minutes. You know how they say you only have 15 minutes of fame, it comes real fast, so enjoy it.
Yeah.
I turn that around and say that about failure. My 15 minutes of failure. It's gonna come, it's gonna be quick. It's gonna, the rest I'm enjoying. So I think I would do that. I would say that.
That's dope. I was just talking to my pops today, and I was telling him I got this saying where life is equally bitter and sweet. But the thing about it is we don't like that sour part. So when we taste on it, we always make that sour part more than what it actually is in retrospect. Damn. But like the sweet part is really sweet in retrospect. You know what I'm saying? We might not be happy, all the time or whatever.
Right.
Life is pretty awesome, man. Even being broke, even dealing with the stresses, even being whatever. Yes. I had one of my old employees that came by the office a couple weeks ago. Yeah. And he had an aneurysm and whatnot, and he's mobile, he's moving around, he's getting better, but like it literally took him like probably like 2 years to get, you know, to the point of that, which was, man, he really got better, but he still has some struggles, you know what I'm saying? But he got better. And I was thinking about it, and I was just kind of like, man, sometimes we look at life and we're just like, oh, we don't have this, or somebody's trying to block us here or block us there, or just whatever. And then there's other parts of life where, man, somebody would trade a limb, somebody would trade like anything to just have, you know, whatever the meal that you can eat. Like, dude, having a choice of eating fast food or not eating fast food.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
What's that? Yeah.
You know, people that are vegetarian, people that are vegan, like, dude, that's a choice. Like, you know, it's not a it's a privilege is what it is.
It is a privilege.
Yeah, it's a privilege. It's not just some stuff like everybody just can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Some people have to go to Walmart and get their produce. And
exactly.
You know, and
you
know,
you're saying it, bro. You're saying it.
It is what it is. So who would play you in the biopic?
Who would play me in a biopic? I would say Pac Anderson would play me in my biopic.
Okay. All right.
The artist.
Oh, Anderson .Paak.
Anderson .Paak. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I could take a slice of that.
Yeah, he'll play me.
Advice to your past self.
Advice to my past self would be, when you feel like giving up, dig deep and push a little harder. When you feel like stopping, when you feel like quitting, lace your shoes up tight and keep moving, because if you quit today, you'll quit tomorrow.
Man, habitual like a mug.
Yeah. I would tell myself that, nigga, you quit today, you're gonna quit tomorrow. Yeah, so, yeah, that's it, bro.
All right, I'm gonna hit you with the laugh.
That's a good question, Greg. That's a real good question right there.
Nah, thanks.
Yes.
Coming out of COVID and you know, just uncertainty, the world being turned upside down, just so many thoughts. You know, we all had them. Far too much death than any generation should ever see. You know what I'm saying? A lot of carnage, a lot of people lost people, a lot of people got sick, you know, just you know, a horrible situation. A lot of technology had an opportunity. I don't think the technology really jumped off because of COVID so much, but I think that there was let me take that back. There was technology that was in progress, and COVID was the opportunity for it to jump off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, how we interviewing you in Las Vegas, and I'm, you know, I'm where I'm at. You where you at? I'm where I'm at, and I'm here able to interview you with a couple clicks. You know,
exactly.
And, you know, that's something that, you know, man, you know, for those who weren't part of the Boogie Down production and D-Nice era and genre and all that, man. D-Nice pulled the nation together, pulled the world together. Not even the nation. I'll say he pulled the world together.
Yes.
So with all that, where do you see social progression going in the next 2 years?
Wow. I think what COVID did for us, during COVID, the world elevated. Elevation was in full effect. It was forced. It was forced into elevate. We had to evolve. Everybody had to evolve. COVID made the world go away from what we knew as regular. COVID made us tap into a world unknown. We had no choice. It forced us to elevate, and like you said, now we have this. We have, you know, so much new technology. So I would say, with that being said, it's it's motivated the people to be motivated. It motivated the people to elevate without being forced to. So I would say in the next 2 years, I would say it would be definitely more elevation. It would be more elevation. Who knows where the world will take us in the next 2 years? But I look forward towards something greater than what we're doing today. Like we got Zoom, we got Uber, we got all these new things that's really taking off. The next 2 years is promising. It damn near makes us, we can smile at the days to come. You know, like it's some great shit about the jump off right now. You know, everybody have become believers in the elevation of ideas and creation and pulling together and helping. Believe it or not, the news may show us different, but COVID have introduced us to helping more each other through our creations, through art, through your show, through the PharcydeTv, you know, through me making film. It's all part of the elevation of where we're going. You know, so the next 2 years socially, I see positive, progressive elevation.
Nah, hey man, you make me feel good because I feel like I'm over optimistic sometimes, man. You got a little more optimism than me, man. You got a little more optimism than me, man. You make me not feel so bad, man.
I'm a believer, man. You know, like Ye say, man, you know, the universe, ancestors, and God have worked miracles on me, man. That's why I talk like this. You know, it's from experience. It's from getting these hands scraped up and getting my knees scraped up and really getting out here and feeling it and living it. And I'm a believer, man. I'm a believer in the unknown right now. It's like, you can't tell me shit right now. You know?
All right.
Yeah. So.
No, I definitely can take a slice of that. So if people want to check you out on your social media, where can they go?
They can go, I'm J Rockwell 2, at J Rockwell 2 on IG, on Facebook, TikTok. I'm JAYROCKWELL 2 on all social medias. You can find my music, So Blessed, on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, all social media, all musical platforms, TikTok, you know, I'm everywhere. J Rockwell 2, J Rockwell 2, So Blessed. Type it in, Google J Rockwell, all of my shit's gonna pop up. You'll find me.
Where can they find So Blessed?
You can go to, like right now, the movie's done. The movie hasn't premiered yet, the So Blessed film. It hasn't premiered yet. The first premiere will be at Logan Theater in Chicago, May 2nd. We're doing a big screen, blessings to that. And we're having VIP screenings in Chicago, May 5th. And May 7th, we're having a big screening at my grandfather's church. After the May 7th, we'll be going to social media, IGTV, and you'll be able to find it on all the networks. You just type in So Blessed, the movie/music video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, dope, man. Dope.
Yes.
Well, no, man, it has been long overdue, man. We ain't seen each other since, I don't know if it was late December or January.
Yep.
It was somewhere around that little space and place.
Yep. Yes, it was.
Yeah, man, I miss my partner, man.
Come on, man. You know, Greg, it's always a treat when you and me link up, man. You my man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you my motherfucking A1 day one, man. I fucks with you hard, Greg.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate this video, this interview. I appreciate PharcydeTv, SPlendid Radio, man. Y'all doing wonderful things down there, man. I'm gonna have to make you some theme music, bro.
Nah, we gonna get it together, man. We ain't, like I said, we got work to do.
Absolutely, brother. I appreciate you, Greg.
Yes, sir. Well, no, man, thank you for tapping in, and it's been SPlendid Radio on PharcydeTv.